How you perceive yourself and the world around you determines the life you live. For your perspective is key to your success. Because if you can't see it, then you won't be able to achieve it. And if you see your life as hell on earth, then hell on earth is what you get. But instead, you only get out of life what you perceive is possible. You can wish for it as much as you want. But if your perception doesn't match up with your wants, then it'll never come. If your perception is limited, then you will be limited. I ask you, can you see your success? Or is your vision blurry from allowing the tragedies that are going on in your life and your past experiences to cloud your vision? Now it's to the point that you can only see the bad in life and rather than the good. Now since you've become so used to things going wrong in your life, and when good things happen to you, you say to yourself, this shit is just too good to be true. So if you thinking of making a change in your life, you must first change your perspective. Because if you don't, you continue to get out of life what you always been getting. For you can't expect life to give you something different if you're unable to see something different for yourself. How do you perceive your problems? Do you see it as impossible? Or do you see it as something that you could overcome? For everyone has problems in life. There's no one on this planet that doesn't have to face challenges. Some people's challenges are just more difficult than others. But what separates the greats from everyone else is when they get pushed in the corner, they don't look at it as an obstacle for them, or something that's impossible to overcome, but as an opportunity to grow. The best way to find out what your perspective is, think of all the times when you have to face adversity, whether it be debt, poor income, a job you hate, whatever your challenges is. And then if the first thing that comes to mind is that this is too difficult, bad things always happen to me, I just can't do this, then your perspective is a hindrance to your success. Paying attention to how you perceive challenges is the first step to change. Because now you're aware of why you're having trouble overcoming your problems. Now you just gotta change what's been getting in your way. Once you develop a winner mindset, you start to realize that the battle never truly starts on the outside, it starts within. So before you get in that ring, dribble the ball on the court, line up at the starting line for that race, or sign up for that promotion at work, you must first paint a vivid image in your mind of you already winning the championship or being the first across that finish line. You must see yourself already having possession of what it is that you desire, because if you can envision it, then your mind has no other choice but to believe that it's possible. For one thing I know for certain, no one sits and imagines themselves losing, for we are all inherently created to want to win. And by seeing the battle is already won, once you step foot in that ring, I already know what the outcome is. Because I already felt this battle within my mind. I already have the mindset of winning. And when challenges do occur, because they will, I have no other choice but to prevail. Because I already saw myself holding the trophy. I already saw myself winning. I know the outcome is me coming out top. So why the fuck would I stop now when I already seen the promised land? They say seeing isn't believing. But if you can't see it, then how can you create it? If an artist is unable to imagine an image of a picture that they painted, then they can't paint it. If you can't first imagine it, then you ain't gonna be able to bring it into existence. Because if you can't see it, then how would you know if you can achieve it? Sometimes you need to be able to see things in order to be able to get it done. For there's a difference between having faith in the unseen and having a picture of what it is that you desire. For faith is knowing that even though I'm only imagining these things that I desire, I have faith that the higher power will allow me to be able to prevail, that it will come into fruition, because the universe needs to know what that car you want looks like, feels like, drives like. You need to know what that house that you want looks like. How many floors is it? Is it 2 or 3? Do you want it to have a 1-car garage or no garage at all? And does the house that you want, do it have carpet or hardwood floors? And can you imagine the feeling that you would get when you first walk into your home, are the hardwood floors of carpet at the bottom of your feet? In order to do this, you must first know what it looks like. For an image is needed in order to paint a vivid picture of the life story that you want. It's like going to the store to prepare a cooked meal, but you have no clue what the ingredients look like. The image is the glue that brings it all together. For you can't have a blueprint to a house that you want to build if you don't know what it looks like. Just because 1 + 1 = 2 to you, don't mean it's gonna be the same for someone else. Because when you change your perspective of the problem, it becomes 1 × 1, and that would always equal 1. Both problems start off with the same exact numbers, but the outcome isn't the same. And that's because when you change how you look at the problem is bound to change. For you say you want to be a man, but you don't know what the path you want to take looks like. So how you going to lead if you don't even know where you're leading to? In order to change your life and to be able to lead, whether it be in relationships, business, or in your personal life, you must be able to see change. You must be able to see where you're going. Your life is the way it is, not because you're destined to live that way. So I'm telling you, you ain't broke because you meant to be that way. It's because you can't see yourself no other way but to be broke. So your life is the way it is currently because that's what you imagine it to be. The real reason why you can't overcome your challenges is because you can't see yourself overcoming it unless you change how you perceive yourself and the things around you. Then the image of having lack of thereof and being broke, being miserable, is bound to change. Just like that math equation. But if you do nothing and don't change it, then the picture of the world around you, it will continue to be the life that you paint for yourself. You are the artist of your own life story, the captain of your ship. So don't allow life or someone else to paint a picture for your life. For you take control of the paintbrush, take control of the boat, and navigate your own life. So remember, you're all phenomenal. If anybody tells you otherwise, fuck.